And this is why Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are the best Pokemon games ever made. Wait, I have a Charizard, but what's that out there? Hi, Charizard. Oh, that's an actual battle. I can just encounter a wild Charizard at level 57 whenever I want. Okay then. This is going to be your guide for catching all of the Kanto Starters in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. As you can see, I just caught myself a Bulbasaur, and you might be wondering, wait, Bulbasaur, I know I saw one at like one of the E3 demos or something, but I've been wandering Viridian Forest forever. I just can't find a Bulbasaur to save my life. Well, I just caught one back to back. Wasn't that hard, he just kind of popped out of nowhere. So let's go catch this Bulbasaur. And that's kind of it. Now you do want to make sure you have the right Pokeball. Since they are rare Pokemon, you know, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, strongly recommended. Even that just breaking out of an Ultra Ball, making me a little worried right now. But with that great capture, we should be good to go. So what this video is going to do is it's going to show you the locations of all of the Kanto starter Pokemon and how to get them to spawn if you're having any difficulties with that. So first off, I'm going to show you guys the locations of these, and then we're going to talk about how you can catch them. So we were just in Viridian Forest, and that's where you can find yourself a Bulbasaur, but if you kind of look on the right side of your screen, we have a familiar little fire lizard over here, so you can find Charmander in Route 3 as well as Route 4. So let's hop on over to Route 4 and see if we got a Charmander waiting for us. And also this works on both sides of Mount Moon, it's just the entirety of Route 4. When I encountered my first Charmander, it was actually on the Cerulean Cave side, or the Cerulean City side, and look at that, we got a Charmander right there. So let's go and grab ourselves a Charmander, because why not? There we go, that wasn't so hard. Now it's on to Squirtle. So Squirtle can be found on Route 24 and Route 25. So over here is Route 24, and then if we go over this side, that's where Route 25 is. So you just kind of loop around and go to this patch of grass right here. However, Squirtle isn't appearing. We had Charmander, we had Bulbasaur, those Pokemon popped right up. There's no Squirtle. Let's try Seafoam Islands, because Seafoam Cave actually has some Squirtle inside of it as well. Alright, and Seafoam Islands, let's see what happens. Well, the first Pokemon to pop up is a Squirtle. What's going on? So, I kind of cheated on this last one. I ended up going to Viridian Forest, and I caught 11 Weedle, and that got a catch combo going. Like, you have to break into that 11 bracket, because like 1 through 10 doesn't do anything, then 11 through whatever, and then it just kind of scales like that. So there's a lot of different things that are going on, but I mean, this is also one of the worst places to catch a Squirtle, because it's such a high level. Oh, and it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be a high level, and it's gonna be kind of tricky to catch. But when you get a catch combo, rare Pokemon are more likely to appear, and it's pretty much guaranteed. It's kind of like it extends your combo to that first species of a rare Pokemon, but now the catch combo has been completely reset. We're at a 1 on Squirtle, which means we need to go and try to get some Squirtle, but we're kind of like at a little bit of an advantage. Now that Squirtle has appeared, it's slightly more likely to appear as a Squirtle, and this also carries over from route to route, like catch combos. So what's happening here is the combination of a lot of different stuff. Catch combos, which I'll make a guide of, rare Pokemon, which I'll make a guide of, and starter Pokemon, which is this guide. And it's kind of ridiculous. It took me 4 hours to really make sense of all of this in a way that I could explain to you guys. So if this video ended up helping you out, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, you know, Pokemon Let's Go. This is just a taste of how insane everything is, because we're dealing with mechanics we've never seen before, and they all intertwine in these pretty ridiculous ways. So another thing that you need to also focus on are the lures. You might have seen lures hanging around, makes rare Pokemon more likely to appear. Well, you use that, and then you're gonna kind of keep that combo going. But the thing is, you're at very low odds right now. Like, it took me over an hour to not find a Squirtle in Seafoam Islands. Also, I guess my Eevee wants attention now. That's weird, I didn't press the button. Now, unfortunately, Squirtle is like the most difficult starter, because like I said, if you're going to Seafoam Islands, that means that Pokemon has a high chance of failing, because if Pokemon runs away from you, it breaks the catch combo, which is not a good thing, and that means you have to start all over again, and then you're pretty much working with nothing to get that Squirtle to appear. But also on Route 24 and 25, it's this patch of grass and it's that other patch of grass, and they really get kind of crowded really quick. Now, there are some shenanigans you can do. So you can use a lure, and that's going to give you a bit better chance, but you can also use a repel. So if you use repel, despawns all the Pokemon on screen, but then you can use a regular lure, because it'd be kind of silly to use like a max repel and then a max lure. You can use a regular lure, and then that'll kind of start the Pokemon respawning process again. and that's kind of what we're up to. So right now I'm just kind of rambling and piecing this video together to kind of show you what's happening, because I had to do it for Bulbasaur. In Viridian Forest, there's a lot more Pokemon spawns, and when you start getting that combo building, you know, eventually you're just doing laps around Viridian Forest and Bulbasaur start appearing. But with Squirtle, it's a little more difficult. Even Seafoam Islands, you know, if you have a chain of 1 on Squirtle on Seafoam Islands, it's still going to take a very long time for those Pokemon to appear. But after about 45 minutes, I finally got that 11 combo on the Bulbasaur, and then it was appearing like you saw at this video, like you saw with all the other rare Pokemon. So I threw that away to kind of use it as an example, which is not the greatest idea, but I needed to make the video, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, it's pretty much just like the first couple of encounters, and then it starts getting better and better, but at this stage it's pretty bad. But hey, there's a Squirtle. So I mean, I was wandering through this patch of grass for 30 minutes, I was wandering through Route 25 for 30 minutes, I was in Seafoam Island for an hour, nothing. But now that I got one going on my side, it's a little better. And this is where, you know, raspberries are going to be your best friend. You don't want to break this combo and lose all that time. Charmander, I felt, was actually kind of easy. Like, I got 5 Charmander combo just kind of straight in a row without even trying. So it's also very RNG based. You might get lucky. I just think maybe the route also has a little bit to do with it, with the Pokemon that can spawn, the patches of grass and stuff. But hopefully we can keep the Squirtle combo going. That's going to be number 2 right there. So now we can talk about the Charizard that you saw at the beginning of the video, because it's a rare Sky Pokemon. What's a Sky Pokemon, you might be asking? Well, once you defeat the Elite Four, slight, very soft spoilers, Pokemon like Charizard, Dragonite, and Aerodactyl get to fly higher, and then they can encounter all these Pokemon that are flying in the sky. So there's like Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, Pidgey is more common, but then there's a rare table for these Pokemon as well, and Charizard is a part of that. Which kind of makes this video weird, because at this time we don't see anything for Blastoise, we don't see anything for Venusaur, just you can fly up and encounter a Charizard. So Charizard gets to be all super special and stuff, but you get to catch it, and it's a starter, so I guess it counts. But the weird thing is, the best way of getting to the Sky Pokemon is with a Charizard yourself, because Aerodactyl's a bit tricky, because you might want to take some time and then soft reset for that old Amber, and Dragonite is Dragonite. So technically you get to use the Charmander that you catch in this video, you get it to Charizard, and then you can scale it into the late game to capture more Charizard. Okay, another rare Sky Pokemon, which will be in the Rare Sky Guide. Now, since this is the Starter Pokemon Guide, I do want to show you guys the static locations of the 1 gift starter Pokemon that you receive. If you see a guide online, like it might just be like how to get all the starters, well, that's just through these simple methods, but if you actually want to encounter them, it's a bit trickier than that. Now, getting your gift starter Pokemon is fairly interesting, because most of the Pokemon are just in plain sight, and if you're thinking about Yellow version where you receive Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, then you might want to talk to these trainers and see if they're going to give up their Pokemon, in which case they will. So the first one's going to be Bulbasaur, and that's going to be in Cerulean City. You just go to the building left the Pokemon Center, talk to this lady, and as you can see, there's a Bulbasaur right in front of her. Can interact with Bulbasaur, or you can just talk to her. You know, Bulbasaur is fully recovered, so I'd like to give this Pokemon to a trainer who's caught a lot of Pokemon and I can trust. Wait, that sounds like it's from the anime. Like a lot of things in Pokemon Yellow version. Number of Pokemon you've caught so far is 307. Incredible. Would you take care of this Bulbasaur? Yeah, but you don't need 307 Pokemon to take care of her Bulbasaur. You only need 30. So in between Route 24 and Route 25, you might actually see him if you're passing by looking for a Squirtle, but you can talk to this guy, and if you've seen 50 Pokemon, he'll give you a Charmander. That just kind of shows that Pokemon Let's Go isn't playing around. They want you to do that Go style catching. They want you to be fully immersed in what the game is about, and you've got more than enough money. You got more than enough Pokeballs. Go out and catch some Pokemon. Get good at it. That's how you get the starters. But Charmander, not as hard as Squirtle. Vermilion City, right at the Pokemon Center, talk to Officer Jenny, 60 Pokemon. Now, it's not different species, you just need 60 Pokemon total. It could all be one of the same species, but it just kind of shows, you know, if you need that many Pokemon to kind of keep up in levels, keep up with Lieutenant Surge, keep up with the trainer battles, and I guess we can kind of finish off this video by cheesing it by showing you guys where to get Pikachu and Eevee. Well, Pikachu's easy. Pikachu's been in Viridian Forest, still is in Viridian Forest, but where do you get Eevee in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Eevee can be found on Route 17. It's kind of rare, but also kind of not. Like, you have this massive patch of grass, and eventually after running around for long enough, Eevee will eventually show up. I've seen like 2 Eevee on screen at one time. That happened during my playthrough of this game, and that's kind of it. So like Pikachu technically became like a starter Pokemon because of yellow version, I guess, with Let's Go Eevee. Now we have Eevee as a starter Pokemon, and thing is, the Eevee you catch in this grass, it can evolve. So you head back over to Celadon City, you grab yourself some stones, and then boom, you get it. And it's kind of cool because we got like the symbolism over here. These trainers, Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, with the Eevee Master in the middle. Well, run around here for a bit, and then you'll eventually find yourself an Eevee. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, Rapidash.